Hey YouTube world, Ed Kirkpatrick. Thanks for dropping in. Bear with me just a second. I want to play a little rhythm here. I want you to think about it. Now, what does that remind you of? It's like getting on a filly horse and running across the prairie, and all of a sudden the horse stops. There's a gully. You got to get up it. The sun's starting to set. And you kick the horse with your spurs. Make it go on down through that gully and get on the other side. Or is it kind of like running a highway? Well, that's what it is about running a highway. Oh, years ago, I picked up a hitchhiker. Yep, sure did. Boys, people shooting fireworks off from that. Anyway, get you back in time, get you correct what's happening here. In 1977. Had a 1976 Trans Am 455 Super Duty 4-speed, black, accented in gold. One of the hottest things around, I tell you. Big old 60 tires on it. She'd get. Anyway, I come home for Christmas that year and had one of the salt trucks loaded to mine. I told them load it short. Tell them load 2 pallets short. I got some packages here you need to take to the office in Millersville. It's okay. So anyway, he come up there and we loaded him with 2 pallets of Coors beer. Couldn't get Coors beer across the Mississippi River in them days. Not 1977. It's also west of the Mississippi. Wasn't pasteurized either back in them days. So you had to keep it cool or it'd spoil on you. Can to swell up. Good beer though. Back in them days. Anyhow, had Christmas with the family and all that, you know. Stayed through right there at New Year's. A good 2 weeks vacation. Got my old Trans Am. Fired it up. Put Christmas presents in it, what have you. Headed back to Louisiana. That's where I was stationed at. Working for a trucking company. I wasn't in it for service. But anyway, working for a trucking company can be like working in service. You get stationed in different places. They'll move you around just like they move the trucks. Anyhow, wherever they needed me, I went. I'm a young one, just out of college. And where you went to New Orleans from my house is you go to Macon, you get on Highway 80. You go to Columbus, or close to Columbus, and jump across into Alabama at Phoenix City, and take I think it's Alabama 169, if I remember right. That'll take you up to I-85, I-85 take you to Montgomery, and you slide on I-65 in Montgomery, and you head down to I-10 and I-10 in New Orleans. All interstate after that. Y'all hear that noise in the background? That's my dog Spud. Sorry, he's having a drink. He must be chasing that rabbit. Anyhow, so I'm headed back home and get somewhere out of Macon. I'm on Highway 80 and I'm going wrong. And a dog or two was crossing the road, barking, slowed down. Got past him, got a little ways, and there's a guy walking by the side of the road with his thumb out, hitchhiking. Well, back in 77, it wasn't really that dangerous to pick up a hitchhiker. Either they was out of the army trying to get home, or out of prison trying to get home, or just broke down with no money trying to get home. Everybody's trying to get home. The got a thumb out. Guarantee you they're trying to get home. Anyhow, so I stopped to pick this fella up. Roll my window down, pull up beside him, and say, hey man, yeah, where you going? Well, I'm going all the way to New Orleans. How far are you going up the road? And I said, buddy, it's your lucky day. I'm going to New Orleans. Opened the door, let him in. Got in, had a little satchel thing with him. Back 77, you didn't have these, everybody didn't wear backpacks back in them days. They hadn't thought about it, I reckon. Some guys would have these like satchels across them with the little pieces of rawhide hanging down. Kind of like a cowboy Indian thing, I don't know. Anyway, he throwed it in the back seat and got in there. Boy, he stunk a little bit. That ain't stunk. So they going to New Orleans. I said, yeah, I gotta get back home. Well, that's my new home now. That's where my job's at. So your job? He said, yeah. He said, I work here at a restaurant in New Orleans downtown in the French Quarter. Yeah. I said, oh, what do you mean your new home? He said, well, home's in about here in Georgia. Where told me a little old town too far up the road from me. And I said, yeah, I live right over yonder, you know. So what happened? He said, well, my mama died. My daddy been long dead. I really didn't have a daddy growing up. But my mama died, and ain't nobody but me and my sister. And so I called a bus. I don't have a car. So I called a bus, come back to Georgia. I figured, you know, it'd be some money to send me back home, but he said, we're still trying to figure out how to pay for a funeral. I gotta get back to work. My sister's gonna handle all that. I said, man, that's a pretty tough road to hoe right there. Said, yeah, he said, I got $12 in my pocket. I'll get back, I'll get a paycheck. I said, oh, okay. So we, you know, driving along there, all this kind of stuff. And get to 85 and get down to Montgomery and get on 65. Headed out Montgomery, there's a truck stop. I said, you know what? Let's pull in this truck stop here. I need to go ahead and top this thing off. So I ain't got to worry about stopping no more. I could sure take a leak, couldn't you? He said, yeah, I could take a leak real bad. So we'll pull in there, get out, you know. Go one way, he goes the other. Go in there, relieve myself, come back out. I let the thing pump while I was in there, so I come back out. You know, clicked it off, hung it up. Wasn't gonna block the pump, so I pulled down front, found a saw parking space, parked right there, and was waiting for him to come out. He come out, just shaking his head. Get in, baby, we gotta go. You gonna ride with me now? Yeah, I'm getting in. Got in, backed out of there. Put that old Trans Am to his paces, getting back on 65 there. I'll let that thing rip. You know how it goes. Anyway, that thing was about 90 miles an hour. You kind of level it out. Man, that thing was throttle at 90. Man, it had a good hum to it. And looked over there and said, what's them in your hand? He said, nothing. What is that? These punch board tickets. It's a punch board tickets. Well, back in the day, these truck stops would have these punch boards. You took this little thing, you bought $5 and you punched this little thing out. It may tell you happy birthday, it may tell you, you know, Confucius said this. It may say $5. You won money. Wasn't my 50-cent punch. Early stage of gambling. Yeah, it was. And he had them pieces of paper, you know. I said, you spent your $12 in there? He said, no, I ain't spent before. So, okay. So you hungry? He said, no, that's right. All right. So we start riding. I don't know if you've ever been between Montgomery, Alabama, and Mobile, Alabama on I-65. Other than Evergreen, Alabama, they ain't jack squat. It may have changed, but it sure wasn't jack squat in them days. You could let it rip. I had one of them fuzz busters on my dash, and you'd go off and I'd break her down, you know. Anyone coming behind me or up ahead. Anyhow, we get into Mobile there, and I got to take another, pause for the cause. So I said, man, I'm going to park this truck stop right here. I said, I'm getting hungry too. You want to eat something? He said, yeah, I want to eat something, but I ain't got now. No, I said, I'll buy you supper here. Oh, okay. And so we pull up there. Yeah, we go in there. Sitting there. Yeah. Said, order whatever you want off me. It don't matter to me. Yeah, but I think he got a big old stack of pancakes, sausage, eggs, bacon, grits. The king might have got hash brown and milk. That boy ain't ate in a while. Anyway, I get sitting there. I said, hey man, anything I can do to help you? So what are you talking about? I said, well, you going back home, you ain't got $9. So anything I can do to help you? No, I need to get some help from somewhere though. That young girlfriend left me last week. Mama died. I don't think there's gonna be any money left after the insurance and all this other BS she owed on. I said, well, I know something that can help you. He said, what's that? I said, I don't say you've made any bad choices in life. I won't say you made some correct ones either. But I can tell you a book that'll give you the correct answers to what's going on in life, in your life. So what's that? I said, it's usually a black book about that thick right there. You ever seen one like that? He gave me that look, and then all of a sudden he hit him. Oh, you talking about the Bible? I said, yeah, the Bible. Yeah, I seen yours back there in the back seat when I throw my ditty bag back there. So yeah, I keep the Bible with me. I said, you got one? No, I ain't got no Bible. I said, well, tell you what, you sit here and finish eating your bacon and your grits. I'll be right back. So I got up and walked around the truck stop. Most truck stops got Bibles for sale. They do. So I seen one, they had it locked. Even back in them days, they had it locked. Crazy, huh? Because it's a cabinet counter. It was nice Bible. I think I paid $17.95 for it in 1977. That's about 40 or 50 bucks a day or even better. Anyway, got it and went back to the table. He's finishing up. I sat down there, that thing in front of him. I said, there you go, Robert. There's your Bible. Hey, man, thank you, he said. So you about ready to get on the road? He said, yeah, let's go. All right. So I got the tip. I said, no, Robert, I got the tip. Hold on that $9, buddy. So slide there. Start to get into New Orleans. And I actually lived in Slidell, which is north of New Orleans on I-10. When you leave Slidell, there ain't no but water between Slidell and New Orleans. It's water. And it's water in little bitty islands. So, you know, it's a bedroom community of New Orleans. Anyway, I said, man, Slidell's really as far as I got to go. That's where I live at. I'll drop you off at this truck stop here. He said, yeah, drop me off at truck stop. I got a buddy. He'll come get me. He wasn't going to come get me all the way to Georgia, but he'll come get me here in Slidell. I said, okay. And dropped him off. And didn't think too much about it. And about 2 years later, me and a girlfriend I had, Marie, we would try to eat out. Friday night we'd eat out on Friday night. That was what we did. Talk all week on the landline at night a little bit. Hook up Friday night, Saturday night, sometimes even Sunday. Anyway, we still needed our space, but we like to go out and eat. And heard of a new restaurant called a $Silver Oyster Bar, right outside of Slidell on Lake Pontchartrain. So she's the one who told me. I said, yeah, let's go try it out. So what is it? She says, it's all you know, either boiled or cold raw fish. You know, raw oysters, steamed oysters, boiled shrimp, grilled shrimp, boiled crab, that kind of thing. So, okay. I said, they got good French bread too, I heard. All right. So we go out there, and this place, we pull up to it, and I'm like, what the heck? Got music going, you can hear it. And what it is an old boathouse that held about 24 boats. You know, 12 on one side, 12 on the other. They had taken it and walled it in and then refloored the whole thing. That's what it was, old boathouse. Put a kitchen back there in the back with a couple of burners. And so they could boil up stuff, some sinks and what have you. This place was about as rude and crude as you can get. And the tables in there, these big old spools that come off power lines, you know, the power line. Yeah, and they had cut holes in the middle of them, bigger holes. And it went through the floor, and they cut a hole in the floor where the tables was at. Tables were screwed down with lag bolts. And you just dropped your shells or your shrimp peelings right down that hole. And man, what nice atmosphere. They had lemonade, sweet tea. You know, real nice place. And about the third time I was in there, I kind of looked over and I said, Robert. He said, Ed, they told me you came in here. I said, who? What are you talking about? He said, welcome to the $Silver Oyster Bar. It's me. I own this sucker. Yeah, I did everything. I said, do what? He said, yeah. I said, man, I got into that Bible deep, found me a good woman. We got a plan together. I'm working for myself now. Oh, son of a gun, boy. I'm glad I was able to help you. He said, well, you know, you pointed me in the right direction, but Jesus is what helped me. So once I started believing in that, things just started happening pretty good. So, anyhow, that's the Hitchhiker, Robert. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for stopping by. God bless everybody. Adios.